Hi guys, welcome back to Jurassic Collectibles. I've got my tea and we're back for another review. Oh, wait a minute. What's that noise? It's like a drumming sound. It's getting louder. So if you were around in 1994, you may remember the adventure classic Jumanji, which focuses on a cursed board game that unleashes all sorts of havoc on a town. And it stars Robin Williams and a really young Kirsten Dunst. And it was made in 1994, shortly after the release of Jurassic Park, and it actually utilised a lot of the visual effects that were pioneered in Jurassic Park. For example, a stampede of animals. If you haven't seen this film already, check it out. But if you are familiar with this film, I think most people are, you'll know that the prop board game featured in the film is absolutely amazing. And I've always wanted a prop replica. Well, now I have one. So this board was lovingly manufactured by the same guy who made my Nike trainers from Back to the Future Part 2. You can check those out. I'll put a link down below. But he's a very talented prop maker, and he did a limited run of 50 of these things. Okay, so without further ado, here she is. There we go. Yep, it's real, folks. It's a Jumanji replica game board. I can't tell you how long I've wanted one of these from the film. And the reason why it's taken so long for one of these replicas to be made is because it's so complex. This has actually been carved from wood, which has then been treated and stained. It actually folds open, and I'll show you in a minute the contents. This actually folds open as it does in the film, and the carving inside is even more impressive. But let's just get a closer look at the box on the outside. So starting with Van Pelt in the corner there, you can see his face has been carved out of wood really carefully. And there's the mountains there. And if you look at the one in the film, these are exactly the same carvings. They've been matched exactly. And the logo there, Jumanji logo. Really amazing. We've got a rhinoceros down here. All these grass details, look at all these lovely striations in the grass. And then you've got an elephant down here in the corner. On the side we've got a faux button to make it look like the one in the film. And you can see two little handle indents which are again screen matched to the one in the film. Up at the top we have really nice wooden hinges. And they work really well. So we'll open this one up. Okay, let's hope a stampede doesn't come out of this one. Here we go. Wow. Okay, just look at the detail here, guys. So you've got the beautiful game board area, and this has been carved out of wood as well. You've got all the individual leaves. They've all been painted, and the backdrop is yellow. So much work here. I mean, you've got all this wood carving going on around this frame. We'll get a closer look at that in a minute. And you've got all these leaves carved into these storage areas. Now these can actually open up. They've got a little magnet here, so they actually open up, just like they do in the film. And you'll notice a few things are missing, and that's because this guy came in parts. So I've still got to stick down some parts and weather them individually. So let's have a closer look at what those are. So probably the most noticeable part that's missing is the center eye, and in this case it's been cast from resin. This part is separate and is transparent. You can actually see my fingers through it there. But this has been amazingly done. Look at this pattern around here, and actually this is exactly like the one you see in the film. So very, very impressive. So that's going to sit right in the center of the game board, and I'm actually going to put a mechanism underneath to light this up. But I'll go into that more in just a second. Next up are the two fascias on either side. So they'll be actually inlaid to the board there and there. And as you can see, these are screen matched to the text that you see in the film. Really well done, and these really need to be weathered up as well. So these look too new at the moment. But I think the guy who made this wanted to make like an idealized version if it was brand new and a real game, and then you can weather it as much or as little as you want. Okay, and last but not least, what's missing is the game board parts. So here's the first one, and this is like a crocodile, and these have been screen matched and accurately sculpted to match the ones we see in the film. I just cannot get over the detail of these things. Okay, so the next one is the elephant. Again, amazing, really distinctive, sculpted just like the one we see in the film. Fantastic. Next up is the monkey, and he's really bright green. And again, I think I will weather these up a little bit more just to make them look a bit more film accurate. And then last but not least is the rhino. Look at that detail, all those little specks on the head there, all the little dents. Really nice detail. So yeah, really impressive work. And these have been cast from resin as well. Really nice. And then to play the game you need the 2 dice, and these actually have been cast, believe it or not. They're not normal dice, they're actually more square, because the ones in the film you see are actually very sort of square dice compared to the ones that you find traditionally in shops. And I think the layout of the numbers is different as well, so these have been screen matched as well. So if that wasn't enough already, we also get a certificate here, really nice, just to authenticate that this is number 19 of 50 of the first run. And yeah, so there's only 50 of these made, and I'm the proud owner of one of them. So I'm absolutely stunned with this piece. It's a really wonderful job. Here's a closer look at the carved wood interior. Really great. And actually the way that the path snakes around to the centre is screen accurate. The detail in this thing is stunning. There's carved detail all the way around the interior of the box. And then we've got these lovely carved leaves for this compartment area. And if I apply pressure to the back, you'll see it opens up. There's a magnet in the top, there's hinges there, and it actually seals shut with the magnet when I close it. And that's amazing. That's exactly like it is in the film, and all the parts go in there. There's even detail on the back. There's little feet in the corners, which again is screen accurate. Now, I have more planned than just the weathering job. I'm actually going to install a piece in the centre eye that displays the logo and the riddles like we see in the film. And this is something that I've kind of been researching myself. So here I have a small TFT LCD, and I'm going to mount this underneath the centre eye. Now you can see the logo is starting to play, and this is going to go underneath the eye like this. It's in bright daylight so you can't see it very clearly, but there's the Jumanji logo, and it will swirl away like that. So actually I'm going to get this to actually do what it does in the film, and display the Jumanji logo and riddles. So I'll keep you updated on this and the weathering job and let you know how it goes. So there we have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's look at the Replica Jumanji board. And this was made by a guy called Mark Poon, who's a member of the Replica Prop Forum. And he's done an absolutely stunning job. So thank you very much, Mark, for such a wonderful piece. Okay guys, rate, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.